Hello to YouTube, it's me again, and I'm doing an update on the Syrian war. I'd like to start off talking about an event that was underreported in the Western media, but has been widely reported over the internet, and that is a car bombing that took place in Latakia, Syria. The reports state that several dozen Russian generals were killed. I don't believe that. I believe a few Russian generals were killed and several high-ranking officers were killed. It's inconceivable to me that they would have a couple of dozen generals in a war zone in the same location. That just goes against every sense of propriety that I can think of. I believe that the attack was coordinated by Turkish intelligence along with NATO. I think the purpose was to create a situation where the Russians could not plan new attacks when the ceasefire unfolds. I think they wanted the Russians to have to regroup, bring in new leadership, get reorientated to what's going on there, and it was effective. It worked, and I believe that the Russians are going to have a slower start when the ceasefire stops. So, what is the purpose of the ceasefire? I believe that the West wanted the ceasefire so that they could get the Syrian opposition troops gathered, do an accounting, find out just how badly hit they were in the previous campaigns with the Iranian, Syrian, Hezbollah, and Russian forces. I think they will reorganize those forces, and they will include those forces in a ground attack. I believe that the ground attack is going to happen now. The ceasefire is just providing an opportunity for them to insert irregular forces along with conventional forces. So they'll come in with a hybrid, asymmetrical, symmetrical war strategy, which I believe will be pretty effective. That's one of the reasons why this war has gone on for so long to begin with. The Syrian army has come in with generally conventional approaches against asymmetrical approaches, and the asymmetrical approaches were nullifying the conventional weaponry that the Syrian army was using. What changed the success not only was the air support they were getting from Russia, but the fact that they were using asymmetrical troops from Hezbollah, from the Islamic Republic's Revolutionary Guard Corps, and the Syrian Army's Special Force units. So I believe that that made a difference, and I believe that they're going to have a new challenge with this hybrid model that will come out of the ceasefire. What I think is being decided is whether or not American troops are going to be used. Now, you know that Russia's initial reaction to a Turkish or Saudi invasion would be to use tactical nukes. If the Americans join the fight, it's going to be very difficult for Russia to use that strategy. I think right now the Obama administration is weighing the political cost of introducing a large American force. Now that force could be anywhere from 5,000 to 30,000 troops. I believe that a strong representation, meaning a minimum of 5,000 troops, would be enough to stall the Russians from using tactical nukes. What I think the Russians need to do is restate their policy of using tactical nukes. And it should be done loud enough where the Western public will hear it. And that will keep pressure on Obama with respect to making that ground force commitment. So when this thing resumes, I believe we're going to have a full-scale war. I think we're going to be very close to World War III. It is my hope that the United States does not commit any troops, and the reason I would not like to see that is I believe that that will start World War III. I think the Russians won't have a choice, and I think Putin will smell defeat, and I don't think he can afford defeat politically. So he will have to use tactical nuclear weapons. The use of tactical nuclear weapons will generate a nuclear response from NATO. So let's hope that things don't go this way. Otherwise, we're all going to be faced with World War III. Please like this video, subscribe, and leave comments. Thank you very much.